Yo, what is going on YouTube? Today coming with the updated radio for the Ram 1500 from 2013 all the way up to 2018. In this particular case, a coworker was nice enough to lend me his truck, which is a regular cab Dodge Ram 1500, 2 doors, and it is a 2013 model. And this fits as a plug and play, which is really nice. This is what they call the T-style radio, also known as the Tesla style radio, which goes vertically, and it does replace your physical AC controls as well. So this is very cool. And yes guys, every Idoing radio that I have reviewed up until now, all of them are still working, and that's why I am a fan of this brand. They are good units. So this is the manual, the harnesses, and we even get a little pry opening tool here on the side. It comes with the microphones, the GPS. It even comes with, I believe, the 4G modem, as well as these typically support 4G LTE. Then here we have the radio, and we're gonna set this box to the side. So I can tell that it is not a single DIN or dual DIN. It is kind of like a very, I would say, space friendly type of unit on the back. I don't know how to even call it. This thing is like very flat on the back. You can see the fan right here. Now looking at it, I think I got the variant with 64 gigabytes of internal storage, as you guys can see right here. And yes, in fact, we have a 10.4-inch display, and we also get 4 gigabytes of RAM. So I guess they have two different variants. They have one with 8 and 128, and then you get the 4 plus 64, which 4 gigabytes for a radio, it is still quite sufficient. Then here towards the bottom, it looks like we have the connections for the AC controls from factory. On the front here, where we have that massive display, the 10.4 inches, we have a mic built in right here, and the hazard button also comes included with the radio, guys. We are all set, I believe, with the Ram 1500. This is the 2013 I was mentioning before. It is in great shape. This guy keeps it almost perfect when it comes to mechanical conditions. He's always on top of his truck, and he did ask for one of these radios some time back, and what he did instead at that point in time was purchase a Pioneer. He had it installed by a professional, and he tried to activate the rear camera, which he has it on the tailgate, but he was never able to get it activated. We're gonna work on that and see how we can get it activated. At least he did the hard part, which is fished the wire all the way through the dashboard, and here we are ready to take this truck apart. Now here with a T20 torque bit, we're gonna remove 2 screws that are on the top. Now in this case, one is missing already, so we're just going to remove the one that we have, and then if we take this little cubby hole out that says Ram, now we are able here to simply pull the entire bezel out like so, and that was quite simple, guys. So we got this out. It looks like we're gonna need a size, I think this is an 8mm socket to remove 4 screws holding the radio in place. And so for now, we're going to remove the little shifter knob here. Let's see, there we go. Then we have the AC controls, in which now they're going to plug straight into the aftermarket radio. All right, let's take all this out, and now this is free to come out. These screws are not an 8 as I thought they were. These are actually a 7. And it's going to be the same process even if you had the stock radio. It's all going to be the same. You still have to remove these 4. And there we go. And out it comes. Alrighty guys, so I've been playing with this radio now for some time. It's getting a little dark here. But anyways, I got it to power on, everything is good. Now something I will do now is go ahead and remove the old bezel here from the whole entire huge bezel. So there's like a radio bezel within a bezel, and it is held by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 screws. here it comes. So it looks like the top is held with something. There we go. We got it out. Don't forget to remove these two white clips. They will go onto the new radio. Alrighty guys, so here I just boxed everything up. So we had to align all the holes, and this is how it looks like from the other side. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and I like how they were able to match the plastics of the screen with the plastics of the RAM. They match perfectly well, making it look very, very OEM. Well, basically what we have here, guys, is a little bit of a mess. It looks messy because, well, all the wires kind of get together. So this gentleman had a amplifier. We did connect it to the appropriate inputs or outputs, I should say, and we also connected the trigger wire, or the amp wire as they call it. It is the blue one. We had to put it from the amp into the harness. This harness right here is the one responsible for the trigger wire, which is somewhere here. Here it is. So as you guys can tell, this one says amp POW, meaning power, and that goes with your regular amp like any other car stereo installation. So that comes with this harness, which gets connected right here. Then we have our USB port, which is this one right here, and that comes from the car. It gets connected to the car. That's for your USB hub inside of your middle console. And then this is the tricky part about the camera. That's why nobody could figure this one out. First and foremost, I connected the red wire coming from the camera on the back side. I connected what they called or referred to the trigger wire. I connected it to the 360 trigger on the harnesses. So I plugged in the input coming from the camera to the to this little harness right here that has a purple wire along with it that came already connected from the box. That's going to be your camera in. Okay, now here's the tricky part. On this other harness, there's one that says video out. Okay, and from the side that connects to the vehicle, there's a connection that says reverse camera input. So you have to connect the video out into the input coming from here, and then that's how it kind of like circles around. So this is the one coming from the rear camera. It goes into here, it goes into the radio, and then comes back out as an output on a separate wire, and then it goes into the harness that comes from here. So that's how this radio is able to get the reverse camera. Now for the rest, it is just a simple plug and play. We have the main harness here. We also connected the GPS antenna, which is this one right here. We have our converter here for the antenna, okay, that comes included inside, and that gets connected here. And for the rest, it's just a simple plug and play. We have a whole bunch of extra wires here. Also for the AC controls, we have this one that connects into the AC module now from the radio, and then we have the other one which is connected right here. There's an extra one, don't worry, it comes with this harness. You don't need to use it if you have what they refer as to the basic RAM. You don't need it unless there's a harness from the vehicle where it enables you to connect it here. Then this section will get connected back in here where the AC module is for the new radio, guys. For the rear, we have the reverse camera. This is the light bulb, and basically there's a positive and ground that comes from the camera. You need to fish it from underneath the bumper side and then come out here from the tail light, and then you had to splice it like I did. I used these self-soldering connectors to get them connected, and this is what I basically did, and that's how I got the reverse camera to turn on and be visible on the other side, guys. So what I'm going to do next now is go ahead and assemble everything, and then hopefully it's not too dark to where you guys can see it, and then I'll be able to show you how everything looks with this radio after it's all put back together. Well guys, this is it, the complete installation of the T-Style radio, the updated one for 2024 with Android 12. We have an octa-core processor. This one comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 gigabytes of internal storage. There's another variant that comes with 8 and 128, but that will be a little bit more money. This one is only 4 and 64, which is more than sufficient for what we're going to use it with. Here it is, Android version. You can see it right there. It is the Android version 12, which is really nice. We got things like system. This is for MCU upgrade, system upgrade. If you have internet, you can always do that directly from here. Then we have factory. It's more like for the CAN bus and things that are a little bit more complicated. I will leave that alone unless you guys know what you're doing. Then we have the reverse camera settings as well. We have original, and this is all for temperature purposes. We have here settings for the air conditioning. Remember that we no longer have the physical buttons, so everything is actually down here. I wish I can change it to Fahrenheit from Celsius. It is currently on Celsius. Let's see if we can actually change that here, and yes, we can. As you can see, I just changed it. Let's confirm it, and there we go guys. Now we have Fahrenheit instead of Celsius, which is really cool. And yeah, that's it for the original, as they call it, settings. I guess that's like for vehicle settings mainly. They call it original. It's kind of weird. So anyways, we have sleep time. It says 1 day sleep. I guess your screen will turn off after 24 hours. We got things like location, just Android stuff as we know. Then here is the nice part. I do like this user interface. We had the radio down here, and it sounds pretty good also. He has an amplifier as well, so it makes the sound even better. I mean, you guys can't deny the fact that it does sound quite nice. I mean, I'm pretty sure the microphone is not capturing everything, but since he has pretty decent speakers on here, it sounds pretty good. So that's it guys for the standard user interface on here. We have 2 different sections of it. I guess this is for the speed you're going. I guess it communicates with the vehicle and tells you as you're going. Then we have our Bluetooth settings as well, and I changed the name to RAM 1500. So let's go ahead and let's see, mute it for a second here. Let's go into volume. There we go. And we have all of the controls right here. The steering wheel does not come equipped to work with the radio, so these are just to navigate on this particular screen, which is on the dashboard. Then we have here things like the fan. You can turn on the fan on this particular one. It says always on, and it is currently running on the back side of the radio, of course, so you have to plug that in. I think I showed you guys how to do that. Then we have things again like the Bluetooth. We can go into the browser Chrome, and this is what you guys mainly want to see. This is the wireless CarPlay. It is working fantastic. I have 0 complaints in terms of how it looks, how it works. Everything is just like any other CarPlay. This is what I like about Idoing, guys, is that they barely, and I mean it, like barely have any bugs in the system, which is super nice. As you guys can tell, everything is working nicely on here. I haven't tested Android Auto, but I'm pretty sure that it does work. I have tested it on other Idoing radios, and they have been just fine, guys. And also, depending on the model of the RAM that you have, there will be more settings on here. We have models that have heated seats. This one doesn't have heated seats, so depending on what model you have, some of these settings will come on. I noticed that there was a separate harness. I'm assuming that's for different type of climate controls that are available for other trims, but this truck doesn't qualify for that, which is okay. But I just wanted to mainly show you guys that everything is working just fine. It has a lot of customization you can do from here. I mean, you even have voice, whatever that is. You can select what app you want for voice controls. It is just really cool. And the best part of all is that we do get the wired and wireless CarPlay. In this case, we did activate the USB port here from the middle console as well. There's an adapter for that, and everything is working as if it was factory, guys. With this being said, let me know what you think down below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll see you guys on my next one.